meet all your favourite characters. Here are the Teletubbies. They love to play.
Now, which way does it go?
Postman Pat's trying to help, but he seems to have got carried away.
Don't leave yet. Come back. I want to get off.
Lower away, Fireman Sam.
OK, James.
If you're in trouble,
Just relax now. I'll try.
you need Fireman Sam. Pingu loves to play. And he's sure to make you laugh.
We need an extra porter today.
Ooh, can I be a porter? Thank you. All aboard! All aboard!
Watch out, Noddy. Mind that ant. Find all your friends on this fantastic range of videos. And you can hear them on these story tapes. Read about them in our wide range of books, from activity books and sticker books to bath time books. Don't forget the magazines. And these CD-ROMs will provide hours of fun with puzzles and games. BBC Worldwide, a chance to meet all your favourite characters.
Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. Early in the morning, just as day is dawning, he picks up all the post bags in his van. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. All the birds are singing, and the day is just beginning. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Everybody knows his bright red van. All his friends will smile as he waves to greet them. Maybe you can never be sure there'll be knock, ring, letters through your door. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. All the birds are singing, and the day is just beginning. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Pat feels he's a really happy man.
Pat was out and about as usual, with the village letters. Morning, Peter.
Morning, Pat.
Morning, Pat.
Morning, Dr. Gilbertson. Nothing for you today. Good morning, Mrs. Goggins. You look busy.
Hello, Pat. Give me a minute, will you, until I've sorted this out. Oh, drat this string.
Now then, Mrs. Goggins, you just want to take it slowly. Once you find the end...
Huh, that's easier said than done.
Well, it must have an end.
Now he tells me.
Dear me, it does seem to be in a mess. Well, I better be on my way with these letters. Good luck.
Bye.
Bye.
I wonder if I could cut it into small pieces.
Right, Jess. Ready for off? Jess had been waiting a long time. Never mind, Jess. There might be some mice in Alf's barn. Then you can have a good run. Pat and Jess were on their way, along the winding lanes. What's that? Hold on tight, Jess. A piece of string across the road? Whatever can it be doing here? I hope it's not part of Mrs. Goggins' tangle. We'd better wind it up before anybody else gets caught up in it. Well, I never. It goes right over this wall. Jess came to have a look. I should have known you'd want to play. I think we'd better see where it goes to. It goes right across the field. It must be a very long piece of string. Ooh. Oh, dear. Come on, Jess. It looks like being a long walk. There was a scarecrow in the middle of the field holding the string for Pat. Hello, Mr. Scarecrow. Let's see. It's a bit tight there. Oh, dear. There we are. That's much better. Sorry to leave you like this, Mr. Scarecrow, but I must go. My goodness. But this field is muddy. Pat came to a wall. Jess was waiting for him. How much further does this string go? Over the wall. Hup. Hello, Jess. Where have you been? Oh! Ouch! Ow! Ooh, prickles. Oh, lots of them. Ow. I've lost Jess again. Oh, dear. No, I haven't. Now, Jess, don't go disappearing again. Ooh, I'll just get my puff back. That's better. Ooh, isn't it grand? How much further does this string go? And what have we here? Sheep. A field full of sheep. They were standing on his string. He started to pull. Can you all stand still for a minute whilst I sort this out? Bye-bye, sheep. Pat was thinking that it must be a very long piece of string to have come this far when he came to a gap in a wall. The string went through the gap and up another hill to a tall tree, where it finally disappeared into the leaves and branches. Well, there must be something special at the end of such a very long piece of string. Whatever can it be? Who is that behind the tree? Oh, goodness me. Young Katie and Tom. What are you doing here? And what are you looking such miseries about?
It's our new super kite, Pat. Stuck in the top of this tree. We can't get it down.
Pat pulled at the string, but the kite would not move. It looks well and truly stuck. There's Peter. I wonder if he can help. Peter! Peter! What with the noise of the tractor, Peter Fogg didn't hear Pat's call. Peter! Peter!
Hello, Pat.
I was just asking myself how to get the twins' kite down from that big tree. I wonder if your tractor would be high enough for me to stand on, and...
I'd like to help, Pat, but I don't think this tractor's big enough. Sorry, got to finish before it gets dark. Bye, Pat.
Bye! Then Ted Glenn's lorry came round the corner. It had a ladder on the back. Ted! Ted! Stop a minute! Hello, Ted. Can we borrow your ladder for 5 minutes to get a kite out of that tree?
Well, I can't be too late. I've got to mend Dr. Gilbertson's greenhouse before the frost gets at her tomatoes.
It won't take long.
Is that young Katie and Tom? Is it their kite?
Yes, it is.
Right. Let's see what we can do. You go that end, Pat. Are you ready?
I've got it. Pat and Ted soon had that ladder off the lorry. Round she goes. And over the wall. Hang on, Ted. I'll nip into the field.
Right you are. Whoops-a-daisy. Climbing walls. Reminds me when I was young. Off we go.
I could never have done this by myself, Ted.
Not with a ladder like this, you couldn't.
Up she goes.
Mind your fingers. I'll hold the ladder, Pat, and you go and have a look. Mind yourself.
I'll soon deal with this, never fear.
Steady as you go.
It was going to be a long climb, seeing it was a tall tree. Well, bless me. There's the kite. And Jess as well. How did you get here, Jess? Come on, Jess. Don't be frightened. Come on. Look out! Oh, there goes the kite.
Quick, catch it! Hooray! Oh, thanks, Pat. Clever Pat. And clever Jess, too.
We've got the kite, but poor old Jess is stuck up here now.
Well, I'll have to get a move on. Dr. Gilbertson will never forgive me if the frost gets to her tomatoes.
Jess got up the tree on his own, so I hope he can get down the way he went up.
You don't need to bother about Jess. He's already here, waiting for you.
Bless us all, has that cat got wings? Now, off you go home, Katie and Tom, before it gets dark. And keep a good hold on that kite.
Bye, Pat. Bye-bye, Pat.
Hang on, I'll give you a hand with that ladder.
Are you ready, Pat?
Ready when you are, Ted. Back to the lorry.
Give it a push, Pat.
Over to you, Ted.
OK, now leave it to me.
Thanks, Ted. Good luck with the greenhouse.
Bye, Pat.
Hello, have you popped up again? You get everywhere, don't you, Jess? Ted was on his way. Pat waved to him, then went to look for his van. He still had his letters to deliver. The only thing was, well, all the fields looked alike, and Pat didn't know which way to go. And Jess had disappeared again. Now, that looks like somebody I know. It was Mr. Pringle. Hello, Pat. Just out for a walk, you know. Looking for your van, maybe? Well, yes, I was just wondering. 3 fields that way. Turn left at the buggy bit. And you'll be there in a jiffy. It seemed much further than Mr. Pringle had said. He came to a road. It looked like one that Pat knew. Ah, there's my van. Safe and sound. Where's Jess? I can't leave without him. I should have guessed. Fast asleep in his basket. We'd better get these letters delivered. Don't want to be late for tea, do we, Jess?
Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. All the birds are singing, and the day is just beginning. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. Early in the morning, just as day is dawning, he picks up all the post bags in his van. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. All the birds are singing, and the day is just beginning. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Everybody knows his bright red van. All his friends will smile as he waves to greet them. Maybe you can never be sure there'll be knock, ring, letters through your door. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. All the birds are singing, and the day is just beginning. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Pat feels he's a really happy man.
Down at Greendale Village School, they had a model volcano. Just think, children, said Mr. Pringle, of all that rock going bubble, bubble, whoosh under the ground.
You'd get your feet hot,
said Lucy.
No, you wouldn't,
said Bill Thompson.
You could wear your wellies.
It was a long time before wellies were invented, said Mr. Pringle. The volcanoes made our lovely Greendale Hills long before there were any people, never mind wellies. Great holes in the ground, with rock oozing out like toffee.
Did you say toffee?
said Tom.
I like toffee.
I said it was like toffee, said Mr. Pringle, because it was all oozy, and it was so long ago that it was even before the dinosaurs came. You can all do a lovely painting tomorrow for open day. But it's home time now. Pat was waiting at the gate for Julian. Hello there.
Hi, Dad.
Time to go home.
Come on, Dad, I'm hungry. Bye, Pat. Bye, Pat. Bye, Pat.
Bye. The next morning, it seemed very quiet in the village. When Pat came to collect the letters.
Oh, yes, I certainly will. Did you say it was near Thompson Ground? Dearie me. Yes, I'll tell him. Bye for now.
What was all that about, Mrs. Goggins?
Oh, dear. Well, that was P.C. Selby. It seems that there's a great gaping hole in the middle of the road, near Thompson Ground. He says it's big enough to swallow a cow.
Oh, I know what that means. Road closed, diversions, cones and bollards all over the place. How does he think I'm going to get through with all these letters and parcels? Talking about holes in the ground, Julian was on about volcanoes and earthquakes last night.
Nay, Pat, it's only a hole in the road.
Oh, we'll manage somehow. Bye for now.
Bye, Pat.
I wonder if dinosaurs would get letters. And what did dinosaur cats look like? I bet they ate some huge fish, eh, Jess? Alf was out on his tractor. Pat stopped for a chat. What do you reckon to this hole in the road, Alf?
What hole? I've seen nought. I've been ploughing since early morning.
There's a great hole just outside your farm. P.C. Selby's shut the road off.
Oh dear, said Alf. How am I going to get home? I'd best be off. Bye, Pat.
Bye. Just in case there were any new holes that no one knew about. Oh dear. Diversion. So we can't go our usual way. I know P.C. Selby and his diversions. Every time it ends up me going the long way round. Hey up, what's this? Oh no, not another. And it's going back the other way. What, more diversions? They're everywhere. Here we go again. Oh, this is awful. I'm getting dizzy going right and then left, then right again. I should go straight on. Maybe if I went left. But I can't. I could go right here. I've just spotted where we are, Jess. We're back where we started. Then Alf came chugging along. Don't follow me, said Pat. I'm lost. If you follow these signs, you just go round in a big circle.
Nay, Pat, I can't be bothered with all that, said Alf. I have to get home and get my dinner. Let's shift this clutter out of the way. No problem.
Pat followed.
Is this what all the fuss is about?
Said Alf.
It doesn't look much to me.
I've seen bigger, said Pat.
A baby one.
Now then, what's going on there?
Look out, here comes trouble. PC Selby.
Come on, lads. You know this road's closed. You must have seen the signs. I'll have to take your names and addresses. Here, can you hold my tea? Don't be daft, Arthur. You've known us ever since we were in short trousers. Never mind that. We have to do it proper. Now then, how do you spell proceeding? You haven't got a pencil sharpener on you by any chance?
Here we are, a nice fresh cup of tea.
Oh, thanks, Dorothy, said Pat. Just what we need.
Dorothy, have you got anything to sharpen Arthur's pencil? Hang on, Pat, if you could just hold this. And then, Arthur, pass your pencil to Dorothy. Then if you take these...
But I've nothing to sharpen pencils with.
I think there are 2 E's in proceeding. But is it a C or an S?
I thought you said...
All I did is bring the tea.
Has anyone seen my notebook?
Let's go home, Dot.
I think it's going round in circles like my van.
Talking about that, you've given me an idea. Now then, if we made everything go through Alf's yard instead, we could probably...
Dandelions everywhere. Wonder if there are any holes here.
When Pat called on Miss Hubbard, she was acting very oddly, prodding about the garden with a stick.
It's very dangerous having holes in one's garden.
Oh, morning, Pat.
Morning, Miss Hubbard. You've not lost something, have you?
Certainly not. I'm just taking precautions. Holes, you know, appearing without warning. PC Selby told me all about it.
Oh, I wouldn't let it bother you, Miss Hubbard. It's only a small hole in the road. Cheerio.
Bye, Pat.
Bye. Pat called on Ted Glenn.
Hello, Pat.
Hello there. There was a parcel for him. Sorry I'm a bit late today, said Pat. It's this blooming hole in the road. I've had to go all round Greendale to get here.
Don't worry. Leave it to me. I'll have that hole filled in no time. A bag of cement, a bit of gravel and some tar. That'll sort it out. All leftovers from a job in Pencaster. I knew it'd come in handy one day.
Champion, said Pat.
Ta-da, Pat.
Cheerio. Pat was on his way. Having delivered all his letters, it was time to go back to the post office. But he stopped at Thompson Ground to see how things were going. There was a whole new set of signs leading into a field and through Alf's yard, where Ted's lorry was parked.
It's like town centre here,
said Alf.
My poor hens. That's if you can find them, poor things. They'll not lay for a fortnight. Here comes another. Oh, it's Sam. Good morning. See what I mean, Pat? It's terrible.
You'll be all right, said Pat, as soon as Ted gets that hole filled in.
Come on, slowly as you go. Careful now.
Tea up, called Dorothy from the kitchen door. And fresh biscuits, straight from the oven.
Just what I need, said Ted. We'll have a sup while that tar sets. Are you coming for your tea, Arthur? Mind the tar, will you?
Help! Help! Here, don't let... Come back! Help! But something seemed to be keeping PC Selby.
Help!
Come back! Help! Did somebody shout help? said Pat.
He's not looking for his notebook, is he?
Said Alf.
He hasn't gone and trod in it, has he? What are you doing to my nice new tar? Fast-setting stuff, that. A new kind, you know.
You'll have to take your boots off and leave them in charge, said Pat.
Come on, Arthur. Off with your boots. Don't be shy. 1, 2, and lift. Oops, here, hold on.
Time for a bit of farm transport,
said Alf.
Oh! Hey, steady on. My boots. How am I going to walk?
And we'll need a new warning sign.
Stay still or I'll tip you over.
Very undignified, this. I'll never live it down. There. Danger. Police boots. Everybody should see that. I hope Dorothy's kept some tea hot.
Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. All the birds are singing, and the day is just beginning. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. Early in the morning, just as day is dawning, he picks up all the post bags in his van. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. All the birds are singing, and the day is just beginning. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Everybody knows his bright red van. All his friends will smile as he waves to greet them. Maybe you can never be sure there'll be knock, ring, letters through your door. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. All the birds are singing, and the day is just beginning. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Pat feels he's a really happy man. Pat feels he's a really happy man.
Morning.
Hello, Pat. Thank you, Pat.
Morning, Alf.
Hello, Pat.
Granny Dryden's getting her pension at the post office.
And 10 first-class stamps, please, Mrs. Goggins. Oh, look. I do love the village fete. Do you know, I've never missed one since I was a girl. Mind, it's not like the old times. Oh, no, brass bands and drums, trumpets. Oh, but I hope there'll be some sort of music.
Oh, I'm sure.
My old dad, you know, he played the... Bless me, what did he play? I know he made a lovely sound, something big and boomy like. I wonder whatever became of it.
Here you are, Granny Dryden.
Well, never mind. Now, Mrs. Goggins, would you kindly ask Pat to be sure to pop in this afternoon?
I will.
That attic of mine, you know there's all sorts of things up there. I've been wanting to get it cleared out ever since that old chimney pot blew off.
Hello, Granny Dryden.
Morning, Peter.
Hello, Pat.
Hello, Peter.
Look at this.
I thought you'd given up that old guitar.
Nay, I'm off to Pencaster to learn how to play it properly like. You never know, I might get on the telly with it.
It would be nice to play something. Something big and boomy.
You're sounding cheerful today, said Mrs. Goggins.
It's the music in the air, said Pat.
Music, said Miss Hubbard. That's what we need for a good fete. Now then, Reverend, do you think that old record player of yours could keep going long enough to churn out a few jolly old tunes?
Oh, I think Ted'll be able to mend it. He's kept it going all these years.
Oh, Pat, I nearly forgot. Granny Dryden asked if you'd pop in.
Righto.
Bye, Pat.
I expect she's got something for the fete. Bye, all.
Bye, Pat.
It's time for Pat to be on his way. Morning, Granny Dryden. You've got 2 letters today.
Oh, Pat, I'm glad you've come. There's some things in the attic and they'll be just right for the fete. You know, some old hats and dressmakers' dummies and things. Could you climb up and have a look? Me old legs, you know, they're too wobbly for that ladder. They'll be there somewhere. Now, mind how you go.
Let's have a look. Up we go.
Do be careful, Pat.
It's a bit dark up here. I won't be able to see a thing. Where do I start? What's in here? Ah, a torch. And it works. Right now, down to business. Oh dear, what a jumble. Just like my granddad's hat. Must have been here since I was a lad. Stylish. I like that. What's over here? A chair. A coffee pot and kettle. Boxes and tubs. I say, this looks promising. Oh, it's some sort of a hump bar thing, I think. It's too dusty to blow. Now then, better get this lot down. Look out below. Whoops.
Oh, heck! Here, Pat, you give me such a fright. I thought it was my old dad for a minute. You know, off to play in the Greendale Brass Band. Do you know you're the very image of him? Now I remember, Pat, it was the tuba, that's what he played. I tell you what, you know you're welcome to it. Why don't you learn to play it? You know, we could have a new band in Greendale. Real live music for the fete.
Well, I might do that. Seems the right sort of size for me, big and boomy. Better than that little old bugle I had when I was a lad in the Scouts. Thanks, Granny Dryden. Very kind of you. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 beedo, bum bum diddly dum beedo, bum bum bum.
needs a number 8 spanner, I should think. Oh, here's Pat. This filter needs cleaning.
What do you reckon to this, Ted?
Oh, stop!
Wailed Ted.
I reckon it wants a spot of something before it gives me headache, Pat. Let's try a drop of oil. It's good stuff, this. It's a bit overpowered, Pat. Here, try some of these rags down its throttle.
Thanks, Ted. I'd best be on my way now.
Bye, Pat.
Oh, dear. She won't start, Ted.
Nay, it's no good, Pat. I can't mend it just now. It needs a new plug.
Oh, dear, Jess. How on earth are we going to deliver all our letters?
I'll tell you what, Pat. You could take the post bus out. I can give you a lift into the village to pick it up. I think you'd better sit in back with that thing. I can't risk getting a blast from it when I'm driving. Young Jess can keep me company. Are you with us, Pat?
Ready. And off they went. But Pat just couldn't resist having another toot on the tuba.
Oh! Ouch! What was that?
Poor PC Selby. He ended up in a heap on the road. Pat was so busy puffing and blowing that he didn't see him. They passed Alf Thompson on his tractor.
Ouch! What was that? Sounds like a tyre blowing. What a noise.
Help! Road hog!
Here we are, and a good thing too, Pat. You and your blooming tuba. Shouldn't be allowed to make a noise like that. Terrible rumpus.
Pat was on his way again. At Thompson Ground, Jess thought he would stay somewhere quiet. But there was no one about. So Pat thought he'd have just one more try to get music from his tuba.
What's going on out here? What was that terrible noise?
Sorry, Dorothy. It was only me, trying to make music.
Music, Pat? It sounded more like a bomb going off. I never heard the likes of it.
Dear me, there must be somewhere I can practice without frightening everyone. Ah, looks quiet enough here. Nobody about? Nice and shady.
Just imagine if I could
really, really could play the tuba. We could have a great time making music, like the old days with the village band. I would practice every day so I could join and play, and I'd try to make a very lovely sound. I'm so lucky that I found this lovely tuba. Now I've got a chance to try my hand. With my practice every day, I'd soon be proud to say that I can make a really lovely, really proper sound. Putting up the music, we must get to know the score. Think what we can play. Oh, our music will be sure to have a beat. And the tuba, it would make a sound, sure to give a richer sound. No mistake would make the sound complete. It's lucky that I found this lovely tuba. Now I've got a chance to try my hand. With my practice every day, I'd soon be proud to say that I can make a really lovely, really proper sound. I'll try to make a really lovely, really proper sound. Phew, I must have dropped off. Now then, let's have one more go at this tuba. Miss Hubbard was busy in her garden.
Oh! Oh dear! My prize blooms! What was that?
Morning, Miss Hubbard. A parcel for you.
Did you hear that dreadful noise, Pat? What do you think it was?
Well, I couldn't rightly say, Miss Hubbard. I'll have to dash. Lots of letters today. Bye.
Well, I never in all my days.
Later that evening, P.C. Selby was out and about making inquiries. He called at the church.
Evening, Reverend. I wonder if you can help me with my inquiries. It's about these strange noises. There have been reports from all over Greendale. Some folks think it might be intruders from outer space. Even I, an officer of the law, was thrown from my bike by a loud noise and a vibration in the air.
Yes, officer. This requires some thought. You know what the Bible says, I suppose? Make a loud noise and rejoice.
Dear heavens, what's that? That's it, Reverend. Dreadful, I'd call it. I'll go and investigate. Stay here, Reverend, and if I'm not back in 5 minutes...
Allow me to join you, officer.
Now, Reverend, this is a job for the constabulary.
Oh, but I insist. 2 heads are better than 1. And besides, I know my way around the churchyard in the dark.
Now, Reverend, we must go quietly, or we'll never catch it.
Lord defend us.
Careful, Reverend. We're close.
Maybe I should fetch help.
No time for that. Aha! I can see the culprit. A mysterious shape in the gloom. Look, over there.
Good heavens, it's Pat.
Pat? Hello, Reverend. Hello, P.C. Selby.
What's all this about, Pat?
Well, it's me tuba.
Most commendable. He wants to make music.
Oh, yeah, but you didn't fall off your bike, did you?
I'll have a word with Major Forbes. He can teach you, Pat. He played something like it in the army.
It's time to get ready for the fete. Ted Glenn's fixing the bunting. Pat's giving him a hand. Everybody helped. P.C. Selby came to keep an eye on things. He soon had his hands full.
Whatever are these dummies for, Pat?
They're for the Knock the Hat Off stall. As well as helping with the preparations for the fete, Pat had his rounds to do. There were some letters for Thompson Ground. Dorothy was making jam to sell at the fete. Morning, Mrs. Thompson. I'll put these letters here. Bye.
Bye, Pat.
And in between, he had his tuba lessons at Major Forbes.
Ready now? Oh, 1, 2, 3. Good man.
At last it's time for the fete. Pat's collecting the children from the school, not forgetting the teacher, Mr. Pringle. It'll be a real squash.
Roll up. 3 balls for 5p. Try your luck. Knock all the hats off and win a prize. Come on, Charlie Pringle, have a go.
Roger. Off. I won!
First prize and all.
Oh, thanks.
Did you hear that dreadful noise?
I think the old record player's given up the ghost, Reverend. Let's just check these leads. Looks all right.
This one seems okay, Ted.
It's your old valves, Reverend. They've gone pop. And you can't get this type now. Then that's the end of the music.
Oh, but we've always had music at the fete. Ever since I was a young lass and won the clog dance competition.
Well, this won't play again, that's for sure. I don't know what else we can do.
Hold on. I've got an idea. Miss Hubbard, could I have a word? I wonder where they're off to. Heading for Miss Hubbard's? Yes, that's where Pat stopped. And here's Peter Fogg on his motorbike. Peter's giving them a hand.
What's this for?
It's for the fete, said Pat.
Mind how you go, Pat.
How about bringing your guitar and joining in?
Hey, champion,
said Peter. The piano jangled a bit on the way back.
What's happening? Look! A piano?
Gently now. Oops.
Oh, do be careful.
It's a good job it's on wheels.
Stop. That'll do.
Here's Peter with his guitar. All right, Major.
Good man.
Here's an A.
I say, could I just borrow one of these? Thank you so much. All ready now?
Ready when you are, Major.
By the right. Quick. March. Hold together now. 1, 2, 3.
It puts me in mind of the days when I was a lass. Isn't it just grand?